Oh, you thought it was done? You thought we was over? Nah, fool. We ain't quitters around here, fool. We don't play like that around here, fool. He's not gonna make no more YouTube videos, fool. Oh, nah, bro. I'm right here, stupid. I'm right here, stupid. This ain't over. The rain ain't over. It ain't. It ain't over. It ain't over until your girlfriend sings, type shit. Get it? Till the fat lady sings. That's your girl. And guess what? I kiss your girl. I don't discriminate around here, fool. I love women. Shit, I live with women. That's how much I love them. Welcome back to a new video. This one's gonna be different. This is the first episode. The first episode of a new show I call the Crazy Ultra Mega Show, or the C.U.M show for short. And basically, it's gonna be a show about me just yapping, blabbering about what's going on. A podcast style sit down of us talking. We're talking, me and you. It's not just gonna be me yapping. Y'all are gonna be involved too. Y'all just gotta send me send me topics to speak about. Just send me topics. Y'all can go down in the comments about what y'all's opinions are on these type of topics. If y'all like this type of style of videos, like and subscribe. But obviously, I'm still gonna try to make videos of like the editing style, of like my old videos or the Reddit videos, the old Reddit videos, But I just wanna. I haven't recorded a video in a while, so my editing's kind of rusty. I'm pretty sure, so I'm just gonna start making videos. I want to do this show. This series is more of me trying to just speak to y'all, just make videos, communicate, and just speak my mind on the topics nowadays, the topics of what's going on right now, and try to make them funny. Try to make just make a podcast, If Gypsy Rose can go around and do podcast, I can too, right? If y'all are interested in a white girl who murdered her own parents, allegedly, right? Allegedly, right? Is it even alleged? Is even alleged at this point? If y'all want to listen to her make videos or make podcasts, then y'all can listen to me, right? I'm just a regular old person, right? Who blabs a lot, First order of business. We gotta start off sad, right? We gotta start off with the Mavericks, all right? The Mavericks. America's team. The not the what's it called? The favored team. Because technically, the Boston Celtics were the underdogs, right? Allegedly, apparently, right? Kyrie did say Kyrie was gonna give Boston a ring at one point, right? Kyrie did end up helping Boston get a ring. Are you happy, guys, that we live in a world where Jason Tatum has a ring? Jason Tatum has a ring before someone like Paul George has a ring. Before Luka got a ring. Before Luka had a ring, Jason Tatum. We live in a world where Jason Tatum has a ring before Luka. Before Harden. Oh my Lord, bro. See, I watched most of the series. I didn't get to watch some of it because I was working, right? And I just want to say how Kyrie, I guess Kyrie's just always going to be Kyrie in the end of the day. LeBron had to deal with it. Oh my God. LeBron had to deal with it. Now Luka got to deal with it, right? I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a sports analyst, Like, obviously, I like sports. The difference between me and professional sports analyst is that I'm watching it on this in this chair while they're watching it in an office, right? That's the that's the only difference between me and them at this point. But I just think I'm not gonna say they didn't choke it. The Mavericks didn't choke it. It's just the Celtics were just a better team. They were just a better team overall. The Celtics kind of bitched us by making us think that we have a chance. Don't let us get one. Don't let the Mavs get one, bro. The reverse 3-0 incoming. History will be made. The reverse 3. Our team has never came back from a 3-0 deficit in the playoffs. Don't let the Mavs get one, fool. Don't let them. And then the Mavs got one by a lot. They won that game by a good chunk. Had us fans delusion going off, right? They had us, and we're like, oh, fuck, we could do it. The Mavs, don't let the Mavs win. The Celtics were kind of flubbing. They lost by like 30 points. Both the benches had to come out. That's how bad they were winning. That they subbed out all the star players for both teams. That's how bad they were losing. And we're like, well, we may have a chance. They're kind of sleeping. Then they really just lost just to win at home, bro. Oh my. He had us fooled for a second. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. And then I saw the video. I didn't get to watch the final game, right? I didn't get to watch it, sadly. But I mean, did I really want to watch it? Why the fuck would I want to watch that game, right? And I saw like the moments on Twitter, because that's where you get 100% factual information from clips on Twitter, right? And I saw Kyrie dapping up all the Celtics players, right? He was dapping them up, saying like, "Hey, good game, trying to get closure. I love Kyrie. I love Kyrie to death, right? That's not how you get closure. That's not how you get closure. You did not do shit. I'm sorry, Kyrie. I love you, but you did not do anything. When they needed you the most, you vanished. You had the arrow on your forehead because when they needed you the most, you vanished. Nowhere in sight, right? Nowhere. It makes me honestly annoying. PJ Washington flight FTC flight team stand up. He did not stand up. Who else? I mean, yeah, Luka is just being Luka. I saw a lot of what's it called? Certified Twitter analysts, right? They were saying how Luka needs to change his game style. This upcoming season, he needs to start playing differently. And in my head, I'm like, why? Why? He doesn't need to change shit. The reason why they had a chance was because of him, the way he was playing, the numbers he was putting up. Because of that, they were able to make it this far. And then y'all want Luka to drop 77 bombs every game? Luka dropped 73 points in the season, one game and won. But like you think you want him to do that for the finals? You want him to do that for that? Maybe they would have won if he did that, to be honest. Yeah, just sad how Kyrie he let his demons get to him. And then the start I'm kind of annoyed. I'm not it's fine. I get it. It's sports, right? At the end of the day, I'm not going to be like sending death threats to these teams and shit. I'm not like that. I'm a normal person, right? But it's kind of it bums me out, I should say. It bums me out how Dallas really could have been the championship city for the year, right? The Rangers faced their demons, right? And won the World Series finally after 63 years, I think. the 63 years of the franchise existing, they finally won, right? And I felt like that kind of broke the curse for the Texas as a whole, like Dallas as a whole. That broke the curse, and I felt like the Stars really had a chance to make it. They had a chance. They had a chance, but I feel like they just slept. They just they just forgot how to play hockey for a second, right? And they just kind of like were caught slacking by the Oilers, right? I mean, it's not their fault. The Oilers had the titty buff, right? The girls who were showing their titties during the game, they had that buff, right? And they're still, I think they're still going right now. Like the Stanley Cup, as of recording right now, the hockey is still going. The finals, it could have, I think it was like 3-1, and now it's even. I'm pretty sure. And because the Oilers had the booby buff, right? But yeah, the Stars slept, right? And then the Mavericks, I wouldn't say the Mavericks slept per se. It's just that the Celtics were just way better, right? And what I mean by the Celtics, I mean Jaylen Brown, KP for some reason. Kingus Pingus was really he did not play this. I don't remember him playing this well when he was with the Mavs. And now that he's gone, he wanted to beast, right? Now he has a ring, right? Oh my god! And then who else? Drew Holiday. What's that guy's name? The bald one with teeth. I forgot his name. But like, yeah. In the games I saw, not Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum. That boy did not do jack shit. He did not do jack shit. He wasn't even the face. I don't consider Jason Tatum the face of the Celtics. It's Brown, right? We all know it's Brown. Jaylen Brown is fucking. That boy is just different, right? That whole team. Remember, they were the underdogs, though. They were the underdogs. The underdogs now have 18 trophies, right? They have the most trophies. Now the Boston Celtics have the most championships in basketball right now. Finally, right? The underdogs. But the Lakers have 17 plus a play-in tournament. Not a play-in tournament. What the fuck is it called? In-season tournament. Whatever the fuck it's called. They also have an in-season tournament trophy. So there's technically 18 trophies, while the Celtics only have 18 championship trophies. It's okay though, Dallas fans, Mavericks fans. All right, there's still hope. When the Mavs draft Bronny, and they get LeBron too, and it's Luka, Kyrie, LeBron, and Bronny, it's over. That's when we get to see. That's when we get to see the ring, right? That's when we get to see it. That's when LeBron retires finally. The chapter closes on multiple stories. We get to witness Luka get a ring, and we get to witness LeBron get his final ring, and retires afterwards. And then we get to see the start of the legacy of Bronny James, right? Yeah, but that's where we end things, right? On the negative note. Now let's go on to an even better, more negative note on this show. Let's talk about AI, right? I always wanted to make a video about AI, right? I'm still gonna make a video about AI, like the AI showcases, like the demonstrations, right? But I just want to talk about this shit real quick, all right? How long do y'all think we got? How long do y'all think, like realistically, how long do y'all think we got until we're just done? Until the robots just grab us and turn us into cubes and start playing with us, right? Because there's some videos, right? I might make a video about this later on in the stratosphere, right? But I just want to say, Apple using ChatGPT for its newest update? I think it's for its newest update, where they're gonna use ChatGPT and AI to for features, right? And then see, this is how they get us, right? With this AI shit. This is how they get us. Because they're using one of the features for the AI is to make AI custom emojis of our choosing. We could just type into the AI thing like, oh, make an emoji of me fucking your mom, right? and the AI will make it for you, right? And it will be like the emoji style, right? And it says, oh, like here's the best we could do of us fucking your mom, right? Your mom is way too big to fit in like the the little emoji column, right? Or like you'd be like, oh, make a AI like generated picture of an emoji of my dick, and it says, nah, like that's not. We need enough gigabyte space, right? Your dick size is way too small. Like it's too small for the kilobyte like file. It's way too small. Like we have to have at least like 5 kilobytes worth of data on the emoji, right? Something like that. And it's gonna make these. It's gonna try its best to make these emojis for you, I guess, right? And I feel like that's how they get us. I feel like that's how because we're like, oh, this AI stuff is kind of cool. We get to make our own emojis. That's kind of cool. What else can we do with this AI stuff? Oh, well, we can use AI to fucking train kids into thinking that AI is cool and stuff. I mean, they already kind of got kids into thinking AI is cool. Like, do you not see the YouTube videos they're watching? Do you not see what these kids are watching now, bro? That's literally just Russian AI generated YouTube videos for their amusement. It's literally just, oh, daddy finger, mommy finger, Johnny 8, whatever. What's that? Johnny, whatever the fuck it is. But with flashing colors. And they post it. And then then they do it again and try to get like a different outcome of this prompt, and just keep posting those, and kids just eat that shit up. Right. And then there's other videos I saw where they were showing these AI robots. Like the voices. So when you think of a robot voice, you think of like Siri, right? Like a monotone, like hello as voice, right? You expect that. But there are some videos I saw where, like, I'm going to show you a clip right now, right? Where it's like he's asking this robot, like, oh, explain this real quick, right? And the robot's like, sure thing.
Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
All right, so how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. The apple found its new owner, the trash is gone, and the tableware is right where it belongs.
And like I'm like, what the fuck? You program these robots to have like these like little like aneurysms, right, or something, and is that not weird to y'all? Is that not weird? Imagine you're talking to a robot and you're thinking, they're gonna be like, oh yes, one moment please. The Earth is this big, So they're like, oh, how big is the Earth? And they're like, according to the calculations, I think the Earth is this big, And you're just kind of like, are you not confident enough in your fucking answer? You're supposed to be a robot. Your job is to be confident in your answer. Give me straight up answers, and they're just like, right? There was another video I saw where, it's like a Siri model. The first one I told you about was like an actual robot. This one is like on your phone, and he's talking to it, and he's like, "Oh, how do I look?" And she's like, "Well,
I got some huge news."
Oh, do tell. I'm all ears.
Well, in a few minutes, I'm going to be interviewing at OpenAI. Have you heard of them?
OpenAI? Huh? Sounds vaguely familiar. Kidding, of course. That's incredible, Rocky. What kind of interview?
Well, it's for a software engineering role, but I just need to know, do I look presentable, professional?
Well, Rocky, you definitely have the I've been coding all night look down.
I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to throw this on. What do you think?
Instead of saying like, wow, that's amazing, the voice is like, oh wow, that's amazing, John. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I'm not the first one to make this joke, but there's gonna be people who fall in love with their AI robot on their phone, right? Don't be surprised when your homeboy is like on the phone, right? And he's like smiling, or like he's on his phone like smiling, and you're like, "Who got you smiling, boy? Who you texting?" And you just see like the mic, like the microphone, but like the Siri button, like the microphone button, and it's just like little chat bubbles of like ChatGPT. He's on ChatGPT, like smiling, right? And you're like, who are you texting there, bud? And he's like, "Oh, it's it's Lexus, right? It's Lexus. I named her after the car, after my ex-girlfriend, She's always there for me. Not like not like that. Not like that bitch Lexus. Oh. That's what I imagine. He's like, she's always there for me. She's always there for me. She never leaves my sight. Whenever I need her the most, she's there. When I need someone to talk to, she's there. She never judges me. I'm never lonely no more. She gets me. She does whatever I say. I always had this thought, right, where there's like they showed like AI models, right, and they made like a robot models, and these robots, there are some robots they show where it's like these Star Wars type of robots, where it's like these little like boxes of like, it's supposed to be adorable robots, these little servants, these little sidekick robots, right? And if I were to buy a robot, I would buy one like that, right? Or like a robot like like those cute robots you see in like video games where like, oh, that's like my sidekick, right? Those are the robots I would buy, right? But they also showed these humanoid robots with like slim designs, right? And I always had this thought in my head where it's like, imagine you like these robots become regulated, or like they become like regulated, I guess, or regular, where you can just go to the store and buy one. Like, oh, how much does it's like the Apple store, but for like these robots. And you're like, oh, how much for this robot? And they're like, oh, you're gonna have to put a down payment of $8,000, right? With like $300 a month for the next 24 months or whatever the fuck, right? Like a fucking car, right? And you buy the robot, right? And you talk to your homeboy like, oh shit, like I finally got my robot, my AI robot. And he's like, oh shit, like I got one too. Like we should like meet up and like have these robots like linked to each other, kind of. So whenever we need to contact each other, our AI robots can like contact like your other one, like like share information with these robots. So if there's ever an emergency, the robot can like send information to your homeboy's robot, right? So y'all meet up, right? I don't think you would need a meet up. There's probably like a little like online thing, right? But just like, like let's see your robots, let's see our robots, right? And you show your robot like, this is my robot 8 like 2B, whatever the fuck, like E32147736. But I call him what's like a robot name? I don't know, fucking R2D2, right? It's like a little R2D2 bot. Like, this is my boy R2D2. Where's your robot? And he's like, like she's over there. You're like, she? He's like, come over here, Samantha. She's like this humanoid robot, like on the bed, like he has her laid down like sideways, right? And she like gets up. She's like, hello, John. And you're like, Samantha? He's like, yeah. And you're like, isn't that your ex's name? He's like, well, yeah, but I always liked that name, Samantha, right? And then now I have this robot, right? I have this robot now, and she does everything Samantha does, but better. She's always there for me when I need her. She listens to me. And whenever I get lonely, she's always there to comfort me, right? And you're like, okay, word. You didn't think about getting these like those cartoon robots? He was like, nah, I'm more of like the humanoid. I like the more humanoid robot. So like whenever I feel lonely, I have like at least some sort of body to touch, you know? I'm basically the point of the story is like, I feel like having like homeboys who have like these humanoid robots, they're just horny as fuck, right? And like they're cuddled up with the robot. Like the robot's supposed to be on the charging port, you know, like standing up charging. Like nah, bro. He has her on while they're sleeping. He has her, and then you're supposed to be charging her at night, so she's active throughout the day. He's like, I just miss the comfort of being touched in bed. And you're like, word, dog, word. Okay, well, my robot can make pancakes, right? My robot can make pancakes like that. They're really fucking good. It doesn't even have a gender. I don't even bother giving it referring it to a he or she, right? I just refer to it as my bot. You know, little R2D2 over there, right? And it's just so funny to think that your homeboy who never got a girlfriend just has a fucking sex robot. And then you're like, well, does your parents use the robot? And they're like, because it's supposed to be, these robots are supposed to be for like the family, right? They haven't made personalized singular person robots yet. They're not that advanced. They're supposed to be for like a bunch of people to use, like for like medial tasks, you know? And not for personal use yet, you know? We're not that developed. He's, and he's like, bro, like, nah, my parents don't, my parents already disowned me, so might as well fucking just do what I love, man. All right, enough of this bad shit, right? Listen, let me see. All right, let's go on to more positive shit, right? The boys. Ooh, let's talk about the boys real quick. Ooh. So the boys, right? The fucking boys. The show. So far, I've been seeing I've been talking to some of my peeps, right? My peeps. Oh, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert, by the way. You should watch The Boys if you haven't. If you haven't watched The Boys yet, watch it. Watch it. If you haven't watched anything of The Boys series, watch The Boys, the first 3 seasons of The Boys, and then watch Gen V, and then watch this season 4, just in case you don't know, right? Season 4, as of this recording, is coming out it's still coming out, right? I just want to say this. People have been saying season 4 of The Boys has been the worst one so far. Like, it's slow, nothing crazy has happened yet, right? And I feel like this season shouldn't be about. I feel like this season is just it's what's it called? It's this season is more of like a build up, or like not a build up, I should say, but like there's a lot of development they're trying to do right now. Since the last season was so action packed, so much crazy shit happened in the last season. There was a lot of fighting, all this stuff. Now there's a lot more plot that needs to be driven, and that's why this season has been more of like just yapping, right? There's been more talking. I honestly I think this show has been the same. Like quality wise, it's the same. But I feel like we're more focused on the talking aspect right now. Back then we were more focused on like, oh, you need to fuck up Homelander. Oh, Soldier Boy's here. Oh yeah, we were focused on them kill Homelander, or not Homelander. Soldier Boy killing the fuck out of Homelander, right? But now we're more. I feel like now we're taking a seat back from the action, and we're trying to actually learn about these motherfuckers' minds, right? Because this newest episode, first of all, what's his name? Anthony Starr, the guy who plays Homelander. This episode proves that he's one of the best actors right now, one of the better actors right now, in shows, movies, anything, right? He is really fucking good. This episode, I was genuinely fucking scared of this motherfucker because the editing, the way they edited this, to produce this episode, the way they edited it, the way they edited it, the way they edited it was fucking crazy. Like there's like the scene. If y'all seen this show, y'all know what I'm talking about, or this episode, right? The scene where he is like playing like little basketball. And if y'all hear barking, that's my fucking dog outside, right? Just fucking yapping, like me, right? But that scene where he's like throwing like the little paper balls in the trash can with the boy with the scientist guy, and the scientist was like, "I'm just doing my job." And then Homelander does like his fucking like, you know how he like twitches a lot, and when he said like, "I was just doing my job, man," and he like closes his eyes and you see blinks of like a flashback of him getting tortured. I was like, that shit was fucking crazy, bro. That shit was terrifying. Where he just like closes his eyes and you just see like flashes of him getting tortured. I was like, bro, sheesh. Shit was terrifying, bro. And the scene where he made the scientist guy fucking jerk off in front of him and he was fucking dying of laughter. That shit, I was genuinely like uncomfortable, right? I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? This motherfucker is not normal. Oh, who would have thought Homelander? He's not normal. Right? That's pretty much what I can gather from the boy. Like the boys is really good. Obviously, what's her name? Firecracker. This shit was so funny, you know. I saw like a lot of tweets saying like, "Oh, I could fix Firecracker." Yeah, she's all this fucked up shit. People were like, "I could still fix her though." And then once they said, "Oh yeah, she did a 15-year-old boy." When she did a 15-year-old boy, and everyone's like, "Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that." I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that, right? The show is really fucking good. I honestly, personally think Butcher does have powers. Me and my sister watched the show together, and she thinks that he did take V. Obviously, like they said, he took V. But like he said, like, "Oh, I took V, but it just makes the day come fast. Like my death, it just made my death come quicker, right?" My sister thinks that he did take the V, and it is gonna like fuck him up for a while. But after it sets in, he's gonna be a superhero, and he's gonna be the only one to defeat Homelander. That's what she thinks, right? I also think that he's gonna have power. I don't know if he's gonna survive. He might die. I don't know. I don't want him to, but I think he might. He's gonna die in this show. I feel like he's gonna die in this show, whether from the illness, from fighting Homelander, from some dumb shit. I don't know, but I feel like he is gonna die. Sadly, in this show, I feel like he is. And then people were complaining like Frenchie's gay. Oh, spoiler alert! Frenchie's gay. Let's all watch. Let's all stop watching the show. Right? I don't give a fuck. Right? I don't give a fuck. I love Frenchie. I love everybody in this show. Right? But I kind of thought before this episode, I kind of thought that the guy knew Frenchie killed his family. I kind of thought he would know in the back of his head, right? Because all of a sudden, he just fell in love with Frenchie. He just fell in love with him all of a sudden, right? So I thought he knew. And I guess he didn't know. I guess not. I guess not, right? He might be lying. He spared Frenchie after finding out, but then what else happened in the show? What's her name? Newman. I love her. She's amazing. She's a good actress. She's a crazy ass character, right? Starlight. That drama with Starlight, her being like a child trafficker. Her being like a child trafficker is funny. I don't know why. Like the way they try to paint her and shit. And that she's a fraud. She's a fraud Christian, y'all. Firecracker exposed her for being a fraudulent Christian. She got an abortion. She got an abortion, which is against the religion. And then the fucking Starlight took that up, like she took that personally, right? She took that personally and beat the living shit out of Firecracker. She beat the living shit out of her. What else happened? I'm trying to think what else happened. Huey's dad, they put V in that boy, right? Which I felt like they shouldn't have, but like, hey, fuck it, right? We'll see what happens. Watch Huey's dad be the reason Homelander dies. He actually whoops Homelander's ass. They need to put V in Huey's ex girlfriend, the one that died. They need to put V in her. There's still I feel like there's still body parts that were spared, right? There's still body parts that are still available. You could put V in, like, let's say there's like an arm on the ground after like fucking A-Train ran the shit out of her, right? And there's like her arm was like the only one left. They could put V in the arm and she can regenerate, or like he could have like the arm. You just play with the arm, right? Just jerk himself off with the arm. And y'all be like, what the fuck? That's kind of weird. Well, the boys will do that shit. The directors of the boys will do that shit. Homelander literally had the Nazi girl on her fucking deathbed jerking him off, right? Don't be like, oh, that's kind of weird. Motherfucker, they love that shit over there. They love that shit on the boys. And the fucking ass eating scene where he was eating his own ass. There is a scene, if y'all haven't watched it, y'all need to watch it. There's a scene where there's like a hero or like a super person. I'm not gonna say a hero, whatever the fuck. The motherfucker has powers to like make copies of himself, right? Like Mr. Meeseeks from Rick and Morty. He could make copies of himself, and there was multiple versions of him. And there's a scene where they walked in on him, and it's like a fucking human centipede of himself. Where he's eating his own ass, like he's in love with Firecracker, right? He works for her. He's in love with her. He's like looking at her picture and jerking off, and while he's jerking off, the copy of him is eating his ass, and the copy of him is eating that ass. There's another copy eating that ass. You know, it's like a train, like a centipede. Oh my god. It's just so funny, like, because that's some shit I would do. To be honest, that's some shit I would do. If I could make copies of myself, I would jerk off. I would watch myself jerk off. What else is on this list? Look, see on this list right here, I have like the topics. One of the topics is eating my own ass. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Let's go real quick. The sports corner. All right, everybody, we're going to the sports corner. Even though I just talked about the Mavericks and the Stars, I'm going to talk about baseball now. Oh, and soccer. Copa America in the Euro Cup is going on. I don't know if there's a game on right now. Probably missing it right now, but who gives a fuck? Oh, I actually give a fuck, but right. Soccer's back. Once one sport ends, the other one begins. Women who don't like sports, and you're dating a guy who loves sport, it's over for you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Basketball just ended, and now soccer just started, and baseball's still going. And once they're about to end, football starts, and then basketball starts again. Oh, but baseball ends, but then they start, and then once they end, baseball starts. Hey man, that's what sports is in our blood. Get to learning them sports. The women who don't love sports, y'all better start learning. You better start loving that shit. Let's talk about baseball real quick. The Rangers, Scherzer's coming back this Saturday. As a recording this Saturday, he's gonna come back. My boy, my goat, right? He's coming back finally. DeGrom, he should come back next month, right? If I'm not mistaken, he should be back by August. DeGrom, he should be back by August, hopefully. The Padres, yesterday, the Padres got a fucking walk-off. The Chrome Zone, Tatis, and my rookie of the year, Jackson Merrill, both got home runs. Tatis, my boy, got a fucking home run. And then Crone got a home run too. Them boys are... The Padres is a definition of we're so back and it's over. That's the definition. They go on a losing streak and we're like, it's fucking over. What the fuck are they doing? And they go on these beast streaks where they're winning fucking winning games in a row and doing these walk-off fucking home runs, grand slams, all this fucking shit. They were down by 8-0 and then come back and win 9-8 and shit. And then you're like, oh, we're so back. And then the fucking bullpen kind of chokes in. You're like, oh my fucking god. Who we go against next? Oh, the Dodgers. It's over. And then they win the series against the Dodgers. Like, oh shit, they won against the Dodgers. We're so back. And then they lose to like the Rockies. And you're like, what the fuck is this team? Right? This team, yeah, Padres is a roller coaster of a ride, right? The Rangers, they just need better pitching. That's all they really need. The hitters need to figure out their shit. The hitters are learning. Like Corey Seager, he's on a streak right now, right? Or he was on a streak. Simeon, he's constantly hitting. Love that motherfucker. Adolis, he needs to snap out of it. He needs to learn. He needs to get to it. My boy, my cousin Wyatt Langford finally got a home run outside the fence. Only up from here, man. Only up from here. But they just need relief pitchers, bro. Them relief pitchers are not it. They're not it. They're not it. The Phillies are fucking disgusting. Oh my god, I love them. I love my boy Bryce Harper. That boy is nasty. Tommy Pham, that boy's the GOAT. I love Tommy Pham. What I saw that it was like a while ago when he posted up. He was like, we ain't taking them L's, right? They were trying to fight him, bro. He was like, nah, fool. This is why I learned how to fight, fool. This is why I learned. I'm not afraid to box a motherfucker, right? I'm not afraid. What else? What else has happened in baseball? Oh, the All-Star game's coming soon. This season, it's kind of. I feel like this season's kind of. It's just that there aren't as many like for the All-Star. There isn't a lot of names for a lot of these positions, I should say. Like for first base in the American League, who is it? Is it Vladimir? I think it's Vladimir. And I'm like, I guess, right? I'm like, I guess. He hasn't been a really good first baseman. Like I'm saying like the position, like if y'all don't know how the All-Star thing works, it's like you have to vote for who the best player in each position is, and that's how they play. Like the first baseman in this American League, the second, all this shit, right? And a lot of these positions, only one player is like really fucking good for each. The max is like 2. You know what I mean? Like, for third baseman in the National League, it's easily either Alec Bohm or Manny Machado, and that's it. And I'm like, for third baseman in the American League, it's just Jose Ramirez. That's literally it. You don't think like, oh, it could either be him or him or him or him. There's a lot of choices. There's not a lot of choices. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's kind of bad. You know what I mean? Like the DH for National League, we all knew it was either going to be Ohtani or Osuna. We're like, that's it. There's no other DHs. Or like Schwarber, right? But like, that's pretty much it. Or like the DH for American League is just Jordan Alvarez. This is literally it. There's no other DHs. That's what I'm saying. Like with this All-Star year, I feel like there's not a lot of like choices. There's only like one obvious choice, and you're like, oh, well, yeah, obviously it's gonna be that motherfucker. That or like, oh, it's either him or him, and that's it. Which is kind of sad. And then like the Rangers, this All-Star game is in Texas. And there's no Texas Ranger in this All-Star list, right? I think second baseman for American League should be Simeon. But instead people think Altuve's better. I don't know if that's my bias talking, but I'm like, Simeon is better. I've seen more Simeon plays than Altuve. You know what I mean? Like I have seen more Simeon moments than Altuve moments, I guess. That's how I base this shit up. I don't know about the stats. Actually, let me see the stats. Let me see the stats. thank you for giving me his fucking stats, Google. Jesus fucking Christ. Not even giving me this. Google just said, oh, here's his upcoming games. I'm not talking about his upcoming games. I'm talking about his fucking stats. All right, bro. Oh my god, bro. Just fucking, bro. What the fuck are you doing? What is his website, bro? Okay. He's Marcus Simmons is 33. He's 33. I thought he was younger than that. Shit, he's playing like he's playing like he's still young. That's all that matters. So his average is 253. All right, let me pull this one. All right, let's do. Jose. Is it Jose, right? Altuve? Yeah, it is Jose Altuve. And stats. All right. He's representing the Short Kings. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, where the fuck is it? Bruh. Why is the MLB? You look up a baseball player's fucking stats, and the MLB is like fuck one of the bottom ones, bruh. Okay, so let's see. Marcus Simeon's average is 253, which is good. OPS is 738, which is average. It's good. I feel like it's good. 700. RBI is 40, home runs 11. All right. Jose Altuve, home runs 11. RBI is 30, so less than that. Average 296. All right, that's way better. And then his OPS is 799. So that's also better, but not by that much. So I guess Altuve is a better player in terms of average. In terms of hitting, Altuve is better. I still think Simeon should get it. I still think Simeon should get it. Is Altuve a good defensive player? Oh shit, I forgot. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to this Apple AI thing. Apparently, ChatGPT isn't even allowed in China, so they're gonna have to find a fucking like Chinese partner because they regulated ChatGPT over there. I'll probably insert this earlier in the thing. What else? Yeah, like China has new guidelines in the industry requiring companies to seek approval before development or deployment. The organization has approved more than 100 AI models, and I guess ChatGPT is not one of them. All right, let me end this quickly, right? Because my dog's scratching the door. All right. What else? So yeah, baseball. I'll start. Who I think is gonna win the World Series is gonna be Phillies and New York Yankees. I think that's gonna be the World Series. Who's gonna win that? I don't fucking know. I hope the Phillies, right? What else? There's one more thing to talk about. Peso Pluma's new album, right? Let's talk about Peso Pluma's new album. That album is average as fuck. It is basic. I was worried, and I was worried for a reason. Because I feel like his album, I like his more hard-hitting shit. That gangster shit, That gangster shit, fool. I fuck with that shit, fool. But there's literally, all the songs sound like radio corridos, right? They all sound the fucking same. And I'm like, bro, ain't no way, bro. He needs an album by himself. These albums with fucking millions of features, I do not need that in my life. I need an album with him by himself. With this new production, I need albums by himself. And new producers. Because the producers who make these fucking instrumentals are not it. They just add the same shit. And I'm just like, bro, I'm trying to hear some new shit, bro. Say some gangster shit. Yeah, the cartel threaten you, but who gives a fuck? Stand down. Stand on business. Playboy Cardi, drop your album. I saw that they leaked a lot of his songs. They leaked a lot of his shit. He performed new music. He performed All Red, which is like, who would have thunk it? I thought that song would never exist in the light of day, but it exists. The song fucking exists. What else can I tell? Oh, the Nintendo Direct. Okay, the Nintendo Direct. I'm gonna talk about it next episode. All right. Video games is next episode. All right. This has gone on for a little too long. All right. So Nintendo Direct, I will talk about it. I'm hyped. October, we're going broke. This upcoming year, we're going broke for video games. All right. But that's next episode. If you want to see next episodes, like and subscribe. All right. If you like this show, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on what topics I should talk about. Send them to me. My Instagram is in the bio. My Instagram is in the fucking description. I don't know why. My Instagram is in the description. DM me some topics I could talk about, right? And leave a like. Subscribe even. Thank you for watching this first episode of the C.U.M Show. I'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace.